Well, good morning, everybody. As the title of this video is suggesting, I'm rerunning my chronograph test the second time between the gunpowder that I pucked once and the gunpowder that I pucked twice. Obviously, when it comes to experimentations, you have to have a lot of numbers, maybe different conclusions to formulate one cohesive opinion. And that's what I'm doing here. Once again, 70 grains by volume, not by weight. I'm going to settle it, top it off, run it down the barrel, a 20 thousandths patch, a .490 round ball. And this time I am using my Elephant 4F just for the sheer convenience of it coming out of the powder horn a lot easier. And I'm also going to run it in reverse, just simply because I want to see that first number through the chronograph coming out of a clean barrel. Now, I ran a patch down the barrel and I got rid of any residual oil that I put down the barrel from my last cleaning. And the other thing I want to note, I don't know if I have enough gunpowder that I pucked one time to get 5 shots at 70 grains. So that's one reason. Another reason why I want to shoot the gunpowder that I pucked twice first. And if for some reason I don't have enough of the gunpowder that I pucked once, I will throw out probably the lowest number and then base everything upon those numbers right there, if that makes any sense. And the other thing is, when I did this shooting or testing the first time, it was a completely overcast day. Today it's bright and sunny. I don't know if the numbers will dramatically change because of lighting conditions, but that's something that we should all take into consideration if the numbers do fluctuate greatly between the first test and this test. So I'm going to finish getting set up here, and we'll do some shooting and we'll record some numbers and we'll make some comparisons and see how they do compare. Okay, shot number 1. $15.33. Shot number 2, 15.04. So just in case, if anybody's wondering, this is how I'm loading the gun and how I normally do it on all occasions. The powder charge in the ball is already in there, and I take my ramrod and I actually, compress the powder or, seat the ball tighter. But for me, what I'm looking for is for the rod to bounce back up at a certain height a couple of times. See how high that's bouncing up? I know that the powder and the ball are firmly seated, and I've been consistent with that all along. So let's take the third shot. That hung. Let's go see what we got. $14.80. $14.50. That was shot number 4. Shot number 5, $14.54. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything set up to shoot the gunpowder that I pucked one time, and we'll see what kind of numbers we get. Shot number 1. $14.39. Shot number 2. Please don't be laughing at all the misses. Maybe what I need is I need a deer crossing in front of my table. Just bear in mind, today I'm actually backed up a little bit further, and as I've mentioned in previous videos, I have a hard time seeing distance. That's why I need distance glasses. So from here, the target is blurry, but if I shoot with my glasses on, then my rear sight becomes real fuzzy. So for me, it's just a trade-off. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. $14.33. Okay, here's shot number 3. $14.65. Let me go check the numbers. $14.51. Not quite sure what's going to happen with this shot. I may retake it just simply because the ball rolled off half of the patch. So let's just see what happens. If it's within the spectrum of the numbers that I've already recorded, I'm just going to leave it. If not, then I'll reshoot it. $14.27. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to take 2 more shots. This time I'm going to take one shot at 80 grains with the gunpowder I pucked once, and then the second shot will be 80 grains with the gunpowder I puck twice. I just kind of want to see for myself what those numbers will end up being. Okay, 80 grains with the gunpowder. I pucked one time. I pulled it. 1549. Well, I guess today I've really embarrassed myself about not being able to hit one of those clay pigeons. But I guess some days are just like that. So, here's the last and final shot. 80 grains of the gunpowder that I pucked twice. Let's see what we get for a number. I got 1547. I'm going to retake that shot. It doesn't say duplicate, but I just want to retake it and see if I can get another number. Stay tuned. Okay, so crunching the numbers, what do they tell us? Well, since I reversed the order, I wanted to see how fast that first shot would be going down a clean gun barrel, and I achieved 1,533 feet per second. The overall crunching of the numbers, the gunpowder that I pucked twice, the average came out to be 1,484 feet per second with a spread of 83. The gunpowder that I pucked one time, I got an average of 1443 with a spread of 38. Crunching those two numbers, the difference really amounts to 41 feet per second difference with a spread of 45. And so as you don't have to go back and look at the previous video, I have the numbers from the first test in front of me. The gunpowder that I pucked one time, going down a clean barrel, I only got 1478. But crunching all those numbers, I got an average speed of 1437.4 with a spread of 71. The gunpowder I pucked twice, I got an average of 1457 with a spread of 35. Running those two numbers side by side, I got a 20 feet per second difference with a spread of 36. Okay, I find that a little interesting because the numbers are almost reversed from the other day, other than, you know, shooting that first shot down a clean barrel. Obviously, I gained a lot more feet per second with the gunpowder pucked twice going down that clean barrel. And here again, I don't know if it's because I shot on a cloudy day and today I was shooting in the bright sunlight. That could be a little determining factor in this. I don't know. But what I did is I took the numbers from the first test, compared them to today's test, and I did the math on that. So I took the difference of the 41 feet per second minusing the 20 feet per second from the other day. That's obviously a difference of 19 feet per second. And taking the spread of 45 minusing 36, got a spread of 11. So taking those two sets of numbers and finalizing them down to this, there's only 19 to 20 feet per second difference on an average, with only a difference of 11 in the spread. So in my opinion, pucking the gunpowder twice really doesn't make a whole lot of difference when you run them side by side, such as I just did. Now, I will admit, if you really want a dense gunpowder, black powder, then I would absolutely recommend pucking everything with a 20-ton jack. Because at that point, you're actually exerting 40,000 pounds per square inch as opposed to the 24,000 pounds per square inch that I am now doing with a 12-ton jack. So if I were to ever make any changes in the way I make my black powder, I would definitely invest into a 20-ton jack, and that will make a difference. But truly, somebody doing a side-by-side comparison and running the numbers down to your final reading with the numbers, you really don't know what is going on. So now that I'm very anal about cleaning my black powder guns, I guess at this point I should bid everybody adieu. Thank you for watching. I hope you can glean something from this, and I certainly hope that you will take the time to share this with your bestest of buds. And I now have a flintlock to go and clean. Have a great day, guys. Bye.